Alright, let's write another Task 1 essay. In this one, I will present a question from IELTS Academic 14 and walk you through these steps to write a good answer for it. As usual, we need to understand this statement. The chart below shows the value of one country's exports in various categories during 2015 and 2016. The table shows the percentage change in each category of exports in 2016 compared with 2015. So the chart shows the value of exports during 2 years, and the table the percentage change in each category. We have two tasks here to do. One, to summarize the information. How? By selecting and reporting the main features only. It means we cannot report every single point from the graphs, and also make comparisons where relevant. So it's important to spend some time on understanding the tables and the graphs. So don't jump into writing. Make sure you understand the data and then start your description. At this stage, don't be obsessed with vocabulary. Don't think too much about words here at this stage. Just simply identify the changes by using ups and downs. For instance, here for petroleum products, it's obvious that it increased, right? It was very small, but it increased by 3%. Next one, engineered goods also increased. Gems and jewelry, this one decreased. Agricultural products increased. And finally, textiles also increased. So I didn't use any specific words. I just wanted to identify the changes. Now, for the overview, again, we need to identify the main points and mention them in that. So here, all of them increased, right? Except for gems and jewelry. This is something you might want to mention in your overview. And also how big or small those changes were. The biggest one here was textiles, right? 15.24%. This is something also I will use in my overview. But remember, do not use any numbers or percentages. Just simply mention the name of the products. So it's time to write. As usual, the first thing to write is the paraphrase. This is my paraphrase. The bar chart illustrates a country's export values across different sectors in 2015 and 2016, while the table presents the percentage fluctuations in each category between the 2 years. So as usual, I deleted below because there is nothing below my writing. Instead of shows, I used illustrates. The value of one country's exports is changed into a country's export values. Instead of in various categories, I used across different sectors, and I kept the years. I combined these two sentences to make it shorter. I used while to connect the sentences. Instead of shows, I used presents. Instead of percentage change, I used percentage fluctuations. And I wanted to avoid repeating the years again, so I used between the 2 years. Now it's time to write. So we just read the paraphrase. Let's read the overview. Overall, the earnings increased in all categories except for gems and jewelry. This is the first point I mentioned. Now the second one, textiles. Textile exports recorded the most significant growth, representing a key contributor to the overall positive trend. That's my overview, no numbers, no percentages. Now I will describe the changes one by one in order. So the first one is petroleum. Petroleum products experienced a modest 3% increase, reaching around $63 billion in 2016. Now the second one, engineered goods. Engineered goods demonstrated a more substantial positive trend with an 8.5% growth, resulting in revenue of approximately $61 billion in 2016. Now the third one, gems and jewelry, they're different, so I use in contrast. In contrast, gems and jewelry faced a decline in export earnings, dropping from around $44 billion in 2015 to about $41 billion in 2016, representing a notable 5.18% change. Now, agricultural products. Agricultural goods witnessed a marginal positive shift with a 0.81% increase in 2016. And now the last one, again, I use the language of contrast here. On the other hand, textile exports grew remarkably by 15.24%, soaring from $26 billion to around $32 billion in 2016. So I wrote 153 words for this essay, and I organized it in 4 paragraphs. First, I paraphrased the statement in my first paragraph. Then I wrote my overview in the second one without mentioning any numbers or details. And in the last two paragraphs, I described the changes. In this slide, you can find some of the words that I used to describe the changes, like increased, declined, experienced, witnessed, and so on. And in the last slide, you will find some of the linking words and the language of compare and contrast. All right, hope you found it useful. Have a nice day.